Back up and playing. 4th and 10, though. And looks like a new player coming into the game for the Comets. It's going to be number 33 of Jeffrey Allen, the defensive back senior, 5'7". The snap is up. Kick is up. It's going to go about midfield. Bobbles a couple of feet out of bounds in the Comet on the Raiders sideline. And what do you think about a 20-yard kick, if anything?
Yeah, that was definitely a weak kick. So I'm not sure. Maybe that was drawn up, or maybe you just got a bad kick on it. But definitely did not go as far as I think you intended it to.
10:49 in the opening quarter of football here at Richmond County High School. With the Raiders Stadium hosting the Raiders and the Comets, it is still no score, and now the Richmond Raiders will play offense for the first time this Friday night. Led by the quarterback of Caleb Hood. Hood's going to run on his own. 50, 40, 20, 10. Touchdown, Raiders. Wow. They strike first. First touchdown of the 2019 football season, at least between Comets and Raiders, is the junior 5'11" at 193, Caleb Hood. Never gave the rock to anyone else. Daniel Moore, he put it in the end zone.
He did a little fake there, but he decided to pull it on back and go on himself. And obviously that's a tale of two sides. One team comes out three and out and had to do a punt. And now this team comes out first play and comes out and scores a touchdown.
5 different plays on the Comets before they had to punt it away. A little dismal half-court or half, to the 50-yard line kick there. And then, of course, number 5 for the Raiders of Caleb Hood got the football, took it all the way to the end zone, and it is now. Actually, you know what? They are not calling it a touchdown. There is not a touchdown here.
Oh my
goodness. They took it away. There is a penalty on the Raiders. No touchdown. We are still in a big fat goose egg on the scoreboard.
That is definitely fortunate for Clayton.
10:38. Hood will throw it deep. Number 7 on the carry. Trying to get there was Kalen Hood. Defensively on the stop for the Comets was Davion Williams.
It's good pressure come from the defense there.
Okay, Raider fans, we're back.
Williams was trying to go there for a shot. They called a penalty on the Raiders, so that touchdown is for naught on Hood and company. 2nd and 4 coming up, a gain of...
That score did not count. They called it back.
I'm wondering why they're calling it 2nd and 4, because I thought that was an incomplete pass, but here we go with Hood. Hood will be under pressure for the Comets. They are trying to dogpile him. He gets out of that pile, and now a catch is made. Number 2 for the Raiders. Dalton Stroman returns the favor. Takes it to the end zone. The LED lights blink on and on, flashing. So does a gun going off. Touchdown for the Richmond County Raiders and Daniel Moore. This one is official.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's official. And, Clayton brought a good defensive pressure on the quarterback, but he just happened to squeak the ball out before he got taken down, and the wide receiver took the rest of it.
So the Raiders strike first after 2 opportunities. Hood missed a penalty going to the end zone, returns the favor to number 2 of Dalton Stroman. There is a little movement before the onside or the extra kick going up, and there's whistles and stoppage of play.
Got encroachment, defense, penalty flag, still try for point.
So they're going to give them a try for another point here. Extra shot here for a point. Ready for the snap, number 7. Kalen Hood holds it. And, is there another penalty?
I don't see any.
Nope, it's just no good. Yes, it is. The kick is up, and it is good. So it's 7-0.
7-0.
Extra point. Number 30, Mac West is good.
Number 30, putting the extra point in, was the kicker punter, junior 5'8", 157 player of Mac West. The Raiders are up 7-0. And this is Comets football on the CRN Sports Network.
Carolina Security Consultants is your residential security consultants leader. Our security assessment is custom tailored for each project. Give Danny a call, 336-312-5326. Make sure to tell them Unforgettables. Nice. This show is sponsored by Unforgettables. Unforgettables creates detailed hand-painted baseballs for every baseball fan. Check them out at unforgettables.com.
Now back to live coverage on the CRN Sports Network. Now back to live.
Kicking for the Raiders, number 86, Trevor Moss.
Welcome back to our coverage here from Raiders Stadium. The Comets now, for the first time, trying to put points on the board. Kicked deep to number 7 for the Comets.
Yes.
And that was Elijah Sanders, actually. That was number 7. Number 2. My apologies. Braden Cray for the Comets. Braden Cray was the man that was out there to catch it. Called it in the end zone. Touchback. Goes back to the 20. And, Daniel, they'll try now to try to put some points on the board, down by 7.
Yeah, so here I think maybe they just need to try something else out in the script and see, see if maybe they tried a few running plays last game. Let's see if maybe some passing will work and see what the defense brings to us.
The clock resets to 25 seconds now. The runoff clock is at 25.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight is cheer night at Richmond Senior High. Please welcome
The season opener for their Raiders Stadium, Richmond County Raiders. The Comets are the host team. Running with the ball was the running back for the Comets of Jalen Chadwick. Picks up a couple.
carried by number 24, Deshaun.
And actually it was Deshaun Hinton, the running back, junior. So they changed up the running back position.
Raiders, number 9.
And number 9 was making the stop there for the Raiders defensively just a second ago, and that is going to be the player of number 9 of Jarrell White. So Clayton trying to get something started, Daniel.
Yes, sir.
And we got a player down on the ground.
Yeah, I was just going to say the same thing. It's Brandon Hicks, it looks like.
We do have a
78.
player down for the Comets at about the 15-yard line.
Looked as though he tried to walk it off, but maybe the pain was just a little bit too much, and had to drop down to the field, and we pray everything's okay.
Player is now down on his back as we have an injury timeout on the field for the Comets. Trainers are on the field. And, you got to think, Daniel, obviously with the resigning of Coach Hunter Jenks for the Comets like Tuesday night before the opening game week. And then you have Robert Sesame, who is a respected coach. Sesame comes from West Johnston High School. He kind of got through to the Wolves into that coaching place last year, and now he steps up to the plate and becomes the head coach for the Clayton Comets. What do you think the pressure is on Robert Sesame right now?
Well, I think the pressure, anybody wants to come out and win their first game, regardless of, what sport you're playing, anything, any game, any type of, you want to come out and you win your first game. And so obviously he's feeling that pressure. He wants to win. He wants to bring a W back home, back to Clayton. And so, obviously anytime you have a coaching change, there's going to be, and luckily he's up now.
Players have been going through 2 and 3 a day practices, possibly a sprain or an injury on Brandon Hicks, the offensive lineman for the Comets at number 78. He's the player that went down.
Yeah.
Still in the first quarter of football to open up the 2019 season for the Comets. 9:53 in the opening quarter. It is 7-0. The Raiders are out in front by 1 touchdown and an extra point.
9:53 to go in the first quarter.
And we have now the Comets getting ready to play back on offense. And I saw some positive things, Daniel. Don't count them out.
No.
We'll see what happens here with the snap as quarterback is ready for the Comets. Jacob Whittington. Whittington gets it deep to 24. 24 up the middle. 5-6 yards or more for the running back. 5'10 at 171 of Deshaun Hinton. And it's now 3rd and 7, so at least a pickup of, I thought 4 or 5 yards, but they're going to say they gave him 3. 3rd and 7 coming up for the Comets.
Well, I noticed Hinton, his blockers were doing pretty decent, but he didn't really have anywhere to go. He had to kick it to the outside, and, he picked up a couple yards, so, picking up a couple versus losing yards is always going to be a better thing.
Whittington ready for the Comets, barking out the signals. In sets it off. Hinton had nowhere to go. He got plowed to the ground. And I think they lost the football. Recovered. I think it's gone back to the Raiders. Hinton running with the ball. He lost the ball. No, he didn't. Okay, he recovered it, but they're saying it's 4th down, so the Raiders are going to get the ball back because the Comets are going to have to punt. Number 24 hit and got plowed by number 42 of Gavin Russell, inside linebacker for the Richmond County Raiders, and it sets up a 4th down, 4th and 6th, 8:32 in the first. Wow, almost blocked. And shades of what we saw the last go-around, quickly protecting its number 14, Tashay Emerson, the running back wide receiver for the Comets. And we see something similar shaping up to the first touchdown. It was right around the 50-yard line here again. And Comets are now giving it good field position back to the Raiders again here.
Yeah, so, I mean, definitely one thing, it looks like I'm not sure what's going on, but something is going on with the punt team and the special teams. And, if they can't figure it out this game, they'll definitely want to address it in practice this week.
8:22 in the first quarter of play. The Comets now back on defense. Hood, nowhere to stop. 33 with the ball. Jamie and Covington, and he got stopped like he's in no man's land.
That was definitely a beautiful play. Come through with a ferocity. And
what a stop by the Comets. Number 20, the man that led the cavalry, so to speak, of Isaiah Magnia. Isaiah Mananga. I want to say I said his name right. Mananga. He led it. 3 different Comets bring him to the ground. Great field position now lost for the Raiders as it's now 2nd and 16. A loss of 6 in the last go. Hood under pressure. Throws it. It's about tipped away. Caught to the sideline by number 1, Tremel Jones.
It's a good play, and he just barely got it over the fingertips of that defender there. And so that worked out for him.
And a good stop of the defense for the Comets of number 14, leading the way of stopping of Tashay Emerson as well. 3rd and 7. Nice showing of the defense for the Comets now.
Yes.
As it's 3rd and 7, ball on the 45. Nice stop made a moment ago by Mangania.
Got encroachment. Defense. 5 yards. Remain 3rd down.
Got in a penalty called by the referee on encroachment. Encroachment on the Comets.
Just a little too eager to get there.
Comets on an encroachment penalty. And now the Raiders set to go. Hood hands it back off to 33. There's a fake. No, it's not. He runs with it. He's open to the backfield. No one can catch him. They're trying to still bring him down. 1, 2, 3 times. Can't catch him. End zone. Comets can't get him. Raiders score again. Number 33, Jamie and Covington. The 5'10" running back senior puts it back to the end zone. The LED lights illuminate, flashing on and off at Raider Stadium. And the Raiders have scored again, Daniel Moore.
Yes, sir. And just when it looked like the Comets were going to take him down, he found a way to sliver through and sliver around and ended up getting the touchdown. So Clayton has got some work to do now.
7 minutes remaining in the first quarter. It is now 13-0. The next point goes up. And the kick is up by number 30, Mac West, the 5'8", 157 junior. It is 14-0. Weather beginning to clear. Nightfall settling in. Comets football, the season opener against the dominant state champions that are the Richmond County Raiders. We'll be back with more on CRN, the Community Radio Network, the voice of the Comets.
Some energy drinks want to scare you. Some even want to bully you around. And the others, they're just blowing smoke. Packed with vitamins B3, B5, B6, and B12, the new HiQ energy drink comes available in 4 exciting flavors. Skyberry Fusion, Apple, Coconut Fruit Punch, and Lemon Lime. Natural caffeine, no preservatives, no crash, no bull. HiQ energy drink. Wings are for birds.
And now back to live coverage right here on the Community Radio Network, the home of your Clayton Comets.